It's teams that if we try to put in the show, Hubs gives us a funny look.
Yeah.
The
Titans
Giants a little bit once they got Harbaugh. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Number one pick Raiders. No, nobody cares. Number one.
No one is interested. No one cares about the Raiders in the slightest. This right here, folks, is the precise reason I pour so much energy into covering every single team. Because Nick is out here openly mocking these franchises, implying there is zero justification for even discussing them. No one cares about any of this, he says. That is literally the mindset of the producers, the showrunners, the decision makers at First Things First. They're sitting there asking themselves, should we bother? Is there any point? This is exactly what I have been saying all along. At this stage, I have produced more Raiders content than all those other programs put together. Any of them, whether it's The Herd, whether it's First Things First, whether it's Get Up, whether it's NFL Live. I have just been relentless, going non-stop. This is the very reason I work with such intensity. This is why I have to deliver that plea to you about watching the full video and subscribing. Because of what I am up against in this media landscape. That is precisely why I say, please watch the entire video. Please subscribe. It genuinely makes an enormous difference. When you do that, view counts skyrocket, subscriber numbers climb through the roof. And once again, this is not about obsessing over statistics. It is not about inflating numbers for their own sake. It is about having the platform to create Raiders content that people actually find engaging and worth discussing. Content they genuine. I want to watch and debate, so that we can continue having the most impartial, realistic, and honest conversations about the Las Vegas Raiders. I find it genuinely astonishing how casually we dismiss the Raiders, mock the Titans, ridicule the Saints, and make fun of the Falcons. It is just so effortless for people. But again, there is still so much to explore. There is still so much to appreciate. There is so much that is genuinely intriguing. You do not need Aaron Rodgers or Jim Harbaugh to generate interest in these teams. And yet, now we are being told that nobody cares about the Las Vegas Raiders. Nobody cares about Fernando Mendoza. Nobody cares about the momentum they are building or the roster moves they have been executing. That is baffling to me. It is absolutely, positively baffling. That is the reason I work, once again, so tirelessly to produce Raiders content, to produce Titans content, to produce Saints content, to produce Falcons content. This is why I operate the way I do. So that we are not just recycling the same 5 teams day in and day out. And I am planning to create a similar video for several of those other overlooked franchises. It will be the same format and a comparable narrative, so I apologize in advance for the repetition. But when I saw the segment, my eyes lit up because this is literally the message I have been shouting from the rooftops to everyone. I am genuinely trying to transform the sports media landscape, the entire sports talk ecosystem. And we are making progress, folks. We are truly making progress. But this is such a flawless illustration of the problem. This is such a perfect demonstration. Nobody cares about the Las Vegas Raiders? Are you joking? To me, they are easily one of the most compelling teams. Easily one of the most fascinating teams to watch this upcoming season. Without question. Easily. Someone in the comment section mentioned that I seem excited about a lot of teams. And my response is, first of all, there are varying degrees of excitement. That is point number 1. Point number 2, of course I am excited, I am an NFL fan. What are we even discussing here? If you are not excited, then why are you watching? Why do you even care? What are you even doing? You cannot wait for September to arrive? You are not curious to see what unfolds with the Raiders? You have zero interest in watching Cam Ward with the Tennessee Titans? You do not think there is any possibility that the New Orleans Saints with Tyler Shaw and Kellen Moore in year 2 could be entertaining? There is just no intrigue whatsoever in any of that? If that is the case, then I do not know what draws you to football. Taylor Swift? Well, if that is your answer, then you are absolutely right, this is not the channel for you. This is definitely not the channel for you. If you expect me to endorse takes that say who cares about the Raiders, no one cares about the Saints, they are not worth discussing, well, again. This is not the channel for you. This entire situation started with Nick declaring that nobody cares, that the Cincinnati Bengals should have no staying power because they are not good, that none of it matters, and they have zero chance of winning. And if you are anticipating that kind of analysis from me, then once again, you are watching the wrong video. You are on the wrong channel. Because those perspectives are simply insane. And I know they are insane because we have concrete, real-world evidence to prove otherwise. This is what I pointed out when I made the Bengals video. The Ravens had no chance in 2023, they were not making the playoffs, yet they ended up in the AFC Championship game. The Eagles had no chance, they were projected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, Nick Sirianni was supposed to be fired by Thanksgiving, and the team was going to implode, they won the Super Bowl. They were supposedly not going to make the playoffs. Dak Prescott was MVP in 2023 and the Cowboys were Super Bowl bound, they got demolished at home by the Green Bay Packers in the wildcard round. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to the Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield as MVP in 2025, that did not happen. Sorry, Baker. You came so close. If we handed out MVP awards after the first 4 weeks, you might have won it. And if the season had ended after week 6, perhaps you could have reached the Super Bowl. But you did not. You did not. I love this in so many ways. I genuinely love this. Because advocating for the underdogs, speaking up for those who seem to have no voice in the mainstream conversation, at the core of it, as JCT once articulated, I am a defender. That is what it ultimately boils down to. I love defending the overlooked. And so I am thrilled that there are so many forgotten teams, because it was so obvious to me. I watch all these shows, I enjoy them, but you are right, you turn them off, you switch on the television, and they are not discussing these teams. And that is such a disappointment. Or on the rare occasion that they do, it is a 2-minute segment, right? It is never a substantial, extended conversation. So even if one of these programs does talk about the Saints or the Raiders, it is very brief, very superficial. And I think, no, I want to give everyone an actual extended analysis, 10, 15, 20 minutes of real discussion. And especially for some of these teams, once they have been mentioned, they disappear for another 2 weeks. But it does not have to be that way, we could talk about them tomorrow. We could do that. We could discuss them the next day, and the day after, and the day after that. So, yeah. It is crazy to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy to me. But at least they are honest. They are honest and they admit it openly. That is fine. That is completely fine. I respect that. I genuinely respect that. Las Vegas Raiders, nobody cares. Man, it is going to be so amusing to watch the NFL ecosystem, the actual leaguettes. ELF, not the sports talk media ecosystem I was referring to, but the real NFL on the field. It is going to shift dramatically. Teams like the Raiders are going to become great. Teams like the Chiefs are not going to maintain this consistent dominance year after year. We are already witnessing these changes. We are already seeing other teams close the gap. We are already seeing other franchises take a step back. Just consider all the moves the Rams have had to make just to attempt to win a Super Bowl. Things are evolving. We just had Drake May versus Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. We saw Jalen Hurts, that quarterback everyone says is terrible, absolutely humiliate the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. In one of the most embarrassing defeats in Super Bowl history, especially for a quarterback of Patrick Mahomes' caliber. And it is going to be so difficult for so many people out there to simply accept that, to witness it, to observe it, to participate in that reality. And it is going to be so beautiful to watch. It is just going to be so beautiful. Those are just my thoughts on the matter. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you all think about the Las Vegas Raiders? The nobody cares Raiders, I love that phrase. Put that on a t-shirt. The nobody cares Raiders. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. I read every single comment, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let us get into some discussions. Let us get into some debates, but ultimately, let us just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing, we are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you become part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we are truly excited to be part of. I believe we are well on our way to achieving that. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, it genuinely helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.